everyone, it's Vinetta's Kitchen here again on your screens. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now and hit the notification bell, because this space is where you're going to learn in a soft way. So this is the long-awaited second part of the Tigernut video. I'm sorry it took so long. So a lot of people asked how they'll be able to differentiate between the sweet and milky Tigernut. So guys, this is the sweet one and this is the milky one. You can see this is tiny than this one. This one is big. And this one is tiny and deeper in color, brown. See his face. So it said date is 6,000 for paint. She has 6,000 jale for paint. So 6K last price. Derica last price. So Derica 1, 2. So normally I always buy this one, half one paint, and I always use like half Derica of dates, because this is the sweet one, while this is the milky one. And again, you can also mix the two together, or you buy the two together and see how it is. So for the sake of the video I'm trying to do now, I'm going to buy the two. So I bought a paint of the sweet Tigernut and half paint of the milky Tigernut, and I'm just going to be mixing the two together for the sake of this video. And normally I like the sweet Tigernut, but for the sake of those who requested for it, so I'm mixing the two together, so you could know that you can mix the two together and you can decide to use either of the two. If you're using the milky Tigernut, just know that you're going to be adding more dates than you would add for the sweet Tigernut. So if you haven't watched the first video, please watch it before watching this second part, so you'll be able to understand better. In the first video, I skipped this part where the woman blends for me, but I'm showing it here now because a lot of people requested for it. They wanted to be sure of the quantity of water that was used in blending the Tigernut. So this is it. First off, the woman rinsed her blending machine, and she has different blending machine. This particular one, she uses it to blend Tigernut and pap only. So be sure to go to a place where you know that they do not use that machine to blend pepper. If not, it will really alter with the taste of your Tigernut. So this woman, she uses very clean water. As you can see, this is tap water and water is borehole, so it's very clean. Please do well to watch the first Tigernut video if you haven't watched it. Tigernut is very dirty, and there's a way in which Tigernut should be washed. If you do not wash Tigernut the way it should be washed, then you just might end up with a sandy Tigernut. If you're using a paint of the sweet Tigernut, use half Derica of dates. If you are using a paint of the milky Tigernut, use 1 Derica of dates. And if you are mixing it like I did in this video, then buy a Derica of dates and divide it in 4 places and use the 3 and keep the fourth part. You understand what I mean? So and for the coconuts, for this video I used 1.5 paint of Tigernut. I mixed the two together and I used 1 coconut. So if you are using a paint of Tigernut, you can use 1 coconut and you are okay. If you are using if you are doing 1.5 paint, still use 1 coconut. If you're doing 2 paints, you can use 1.5 coconut. Do not use 2 coconuts. So like that. The reason so is because coconut is one very ingredient or one very fruit that cannot stand Like once it's 3 days or 2 days, it will spoil. Except if you have a very, very good freezer. What I mean by that is a freezer that once you put something inside and there's light, it will be blocked, like it will turn ice. So except for that, because this tiger nut it cannot stand it at all. Like it needs to be kept in a freezer. So you can also add ginger to it. I hear some people had cloves. I don't add cloves to mine at all. A lot of people were asking a lot of questions. I don't add cloves to mine at all. I just had tiger nuts, dates, ginger. And you can skip the ginger part. But in this video, I added a little ginger. Normally, I don't really add ginger like that. So you can add and you can decide not to add. Then I always had banana, but sometimes I do not add banana. If I'm going to be selling it and, based on my customer's order, I can add banana. Some people actually request for not putting banana in it. So depending on what you want. But if you had banana, make sure you had 2 to 3 or 4 bananas for this measurements, for this amount of tiger nuts. Just starting the business or you are new to making tiger nuts, I advise that you skip the banana totally. When you have become a guru or you've been doing it like 3-4 times, then you can try adding banana and see how it is, see how it comes out, because banana makes any drink to swell. Like banana is very thick, so after like some hours in the freezer, it's starts to swell. So skip banana. So this was the second blend. She blended it the first time and poured it back into the blending machine, and she's going to blend it again. So I don't soak my tiger nuts at all. I don't soak it at all because of the fermentation process that the soaking does to the tiger nuts, which makes it spoil quickly. Like the only reason why you should soak your tiger nuts is maybe you want to chew it. That's the more reason why the Awusas that sell it always soak it, because they want to sell it and so you can be able to chew it better than chewing when you chew the dry tiger nuts. When I want to blend my tiger nuts, I just wash it very well, put it in my container, then go outside to blend it. So I don't soak my tiger nuts at all. A lot of people ask that question, if I soaked the tiger nuts. I did not soak, and I don't soak my tiger nuts at all. If you want your tiger nut to last, if you want it to stay longer in the freezer, do not soak at all. Like, do not make the mistake of soaking. The only time you should soak is maybe when you want to chew it, or maybe you want to blend it at home using your own blender. So that's the only 2 reasons why you should soak your tiger nuts: to chew it, and when you want to blend it at home using your own blender, and you drink it immediately. So when I got home, I added 2 sachets of pure water that was already iced, and I also added 4 sachets of pure water because it was thick and it was not scoopable. Normally, the one the woman blends for me is always scoopable. It's something you can, use your cup to scoop and you'll be able to take the Tigernut content. But this one was very thick and it was not scoopable. So if you happen to be in this kind of situation, you can just add sachets of pure water to it. So after adding 4 sachets of pure water, I stirred to see if I can use my cup to, scoop it. And that's the ice that is there now. That's the ice. So it's pretty much easy. But if you blend it and you see that you can actually scoop it, like you see this one is still thick, so I added water to it again. So just do this and you're good to go. So I always add less water to mine, but depending on how you want to do yours. Me adding less water to mine is because I want it to be creamy and thick, and I might not get as much as maybe, let's say, 50 pieces or 40 pieces. But I know that with a pint of Tigernut, I always get I always see half of 5 liters. That's 2.5 liters. Let's say 4 or more. And I don't always put it in 2.5 liters or 5 liters. I always put it in 2.5 liters. I always put it in 35 cl, 50 cl, nothing more than that. So depending on the quantity you get from the Tigernut, even after extracting, you can add a little bit more water. And you taste it if it's okay for you. If the taste is creamy, if it's okay, depending on how you like, your Tigernut, and you want to sell it and you want to get more quantity, more water content, then you can add more water to it. But if you want it to be very thick, very creamy, you can add less water, like I always had mine, and just increase your price. So after removing your cost of production, blending and everything, you know how much you want to sell per, let's say, 35 cl or per 50 cl or per 2.5 cl. Then once you're making a gain of let's say you spend 10,000 naira for the whole production and you're making 25,000 naira after selling everything, so it means your gain is 15,000 naira, which is okay. So it means that the more you sell, the more fast your product sells, the more gain you make, which is very, very okay. So this is how I extract mine. If you want to sell it, please try to get this gloves that they wear in the hand. Mine already got spots, like it's tore, and you can also just wash your hands. I mostly use my hands, especially when it's for the house. I was making this video for the purpose of the people that requested for it on my channel here. So you can use your hands. If you want to use your hands, make sure you wash your hand, make sure your hand is clean, and make sure you're not keeping nails, because there might be germs in your nails and you don't want to make a drink that would make your customers to purge or something like that. So please wash your hands, make sure it's very clean, and make sure the place you are extracting this milk is in a clean place. Make sure your container is clean, make sure everywhere is clean. That's just it. Make sure everywhere is clean. Then if you do all of this right, then you're good to go. And know your customers, know the people you want to sell to. Some people now would expect that you sell your Tigernut for 200 naira or 400 naira. You understand? Anybody that sells for 200 naira, 400 naira, you know that you are drinking water and sugar. Me, I don't add sugar to mine at all. Just dates and coconuts and ginger. sometimes, you understand, or banana sometimes, which is optional. So the stuff, the products, the ingredients you are putting inside determines the amount you want to sell it. So just do your calculations and you're good to go. So this was, I've already finished extracting it the first time, and I extracted it again the second time with a cheesecloth, because there might be particles that might have entered during the first extraction. So that was why I always extract it the second time, and nothing more than 2 times is okay. Just 2 extraction is okay, and you're good to go. So this is the second extraction, just to be sure that there are no shafts that have entered into it again. Do you get? So for this 1.5 pints of Tigernut that I did, I got 6 of 2.5 liters keg. So imagine you sell it for 4,600 naira for that 2.5 liters. You'll be making I think 27,000 something. If you minus the amount you got the kegs, there'll be like, let's say 24,000 naira left, which the cost of production of everything is less than 10,000 naira. So if you're making 14 to 15,000 naira gain on one production of Tigernut, then it's okay. The more you sell, the more the gain, and the more the profit and money that you have. So that is that. And you can also increase the price a little bit more and make more gain. So anyhow you feel comfortable with the whole thing, just feel free to do as you like. And if you watch this video to this extent, please, it means you love the video. Please subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so you don't get to miss any video that I get to post on here, because this space is where you get the real thing done. Like, I don't hide anything I decide to post on this channel, I give it everything. I share out, like, I share every of my knowledge. So please guys, subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell so you get notified whenever I get to post a video, and like, comment, share. Thank you so much. So just showing you, because the Tigernut already settled, I was just showing you how it is, how it has settled, and that's that. I'm done with the extraction, and I'm just going to put it in the containers I want to put it in, be it 35, 50, 2.5, 5 liters, anything you want to turn it into. So you just do that. You can see how creamy the Tigernut is. It's very creamy and very tasty. So this is the 2.5 liters that I used. You can use any other type of 2.5 liters that you like. And this is a picture from my customer. I was not able to make a video of this, and this is another video that I made for another customer the second day. So you can do it. If you want to send it out for delivery, make sure you wrap it like that so it doesn't pour or something. Thank you so much guys for watching. Thank you. Bye.